And hello to all my Sagittarius friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for February 2023. Now today they've dialed up for my great Saggies. Four-corner spread, and a four-corner spread is a great spread for general readings because it looks at those four main areas that people usually ask about in tarot, from the infamous love corner down to the health corner, a little bit of financial corner, as well as work corner. We're going to take a little stroll through all four of them, see what's going on for your February. They've asked also that I conclude your reading with an animal totem. So it's actually going to be two animal totems, so we're going to transition from one animal into the other, move out of one set of characteristics and into the next. So there's transitional things going on for Sagittarius in February that they want to let you know about. Also going to conclude your reading with the runestone, and that'll tie a nice little bow around this project that we call February 2023. The cards are already shuffled, guys. I do that ahead of time to save us all a whole bunch of time. I'm going to bring you in right now so you can watch. Here we go. I like to share my table with you guys and show you what is going on. Up close and personal. There we go. We are live and recording. What I'm doing now, these are my ritual cuts. Basically cutting each deck into thirds, put them back together in a separate order, and that satisfies that ritual aspect of tarot. And it's the same procedure for personal private readings. So it's just like you're here with me now. So here we go. This first corner up here, this is work. Now, usually the four corners are one of the easier spreads that I do for my monthlies, but already we're coming out with a lot of information firing. Here over here, this is love, guys. Love corner here. Get over there. There we go. Completely blocked. We'll see if it stays that way or not. Coming down here, this is financial. Short and sweet on the finance side. Also blocked. And then down here is health. Health. That also needs a third. Also completely blocked. We do have a lot of blockages, guys. I'm actually going to do a discard to see if Spirit wants to revert them all upright, or if we're going to do it by corner. So I'm attaching to all those, doing my discard. They're saying no. So it's by specific corner. And since I don't have any majors on the front left of any of the cards, they're not getting any Angel Oracle cards. They're just not needed right now. But what I do need to do is discard by all the blocked corners. This one's not. This one's pretty good to go. Same with, actually this one is blocked. So we will do a discard here. And Spirit wants those both uprighted. So we're going to do like that. Check on this one. They do not. Spirit says leave that love corner blocked. And then over here, down for health, do a discard there. Spirit does want this one upright. So that's how it's going to look. We are done with the card work. Let me show you here. I'm going to yank this off the thing so I can show you up close and personal. Make sure you get a good look. This right here is work corner. Down here, finances. Those are always very highly attached to each other. This one is health. Health right there. And then moving up to the blocked love corner. We gotta figure out why that's blocked. See what's going on there, guys. So let's get to work, Saggies, shall we? All right. Since I don't have any huge draws, I can kind of go where I want to. Usually I spend like the big theme last. I'll save that one for last to devote the most energy and focus toward that. But they didn't really hit us with that today. So we're just going to do kind of start on the easy side, which happens to be finances. I'm going to do your finance first, then we're going to get into work. Sagittarius finance for February starts with action. Action going on. Usually this is financial action with the family. Something to do with them, or how you're spending money toward your family unit, your close friends, kind of going into the love corner stuff a little bit, really. Maybe some of you are actually spending money on dating for some of you, but this is just action in general for finance, so it's a good omen as far as opening up the checkbook, opening up the wallet. We have action, okay? Otherwise, it would be saying inaction, like don't do it. So here we have action, so you're getting the green light to move forward with it. Maybe they're just talking about what is already happening. For others of you, this is advice. Now, we also have money being used toward new business opportunities. That's what they show here with either new business. It's my Ace of Wands, so this is something new with work coming in financially here. So putting money into breaking ground, starting a new business, a new revenue stream, maybe putting money into something you already do at work so you can do it better, investing in yourself, something like that is what comes up financially. So, I mean, it's hard to speculate exactly what that's going to be. You got to really bring the context to this, but the messaging here is very, very good. Very, very good. I'm not worried about it. Of course, it's very nice to see, and I hope you guys can use that to good, hopefully I've given you enough clues there that you can, really put some good parts into play there. Let's get up into work. Work, we have, it's no doubt work because we have 2 wands showing up. Wands is my suit of work corner deal, and it is in the work spot, so it's just, it's a no-brainer, really. And the work corner is a big place, guys. This is not just your job. For most people, it is, simply enough. But what if you're retired? You still have a work corner. So your work corner is entrepreneurship. It's the job. It's the workplace. Learning new things. If you're going to college, it also falls into that, or just learning anything new in general. Hobbies or interests also fall into the work corner. What they show first about all that, now that I've told you the umbrella, let's peek under that umbrella. Under that umbrella, we have authoritative push with work. So they want you to make your own decisions here. Maybe for some of you actually be the boss with what you do at work. Maybe some of you need to just kind of take the reins a little bit here. Take a little charge of what is going on in your work corner. They actually show it on an upright. So that means that you've done a good job here. So applause to you, but at the same time, we need to keep it good, so we want more of that same energy. And the reason that they want you to be authoritative is because they show that there is something in there that is not good. There is some kind of level of toxicity. It's a little strong of a word, but this can be used to talk about maybe people, toxic environments, toxic personalities, attitudes, something like that in there, or maybe it's just an opportunity that's just not really good for you and you should avoid. But regardless of that, the messaging here is to do things the right way. So don't take any crazy risks. Don't do anything out of the ordinary. It's like, pay $500 and we're gonna set you up with all this stuff and you can run your own business on Amazon or whatever this is. I wouldn't do stuff like that. Pyramid schemes and all that kind of stuff. You want to kind of do things by the book here, do things the right way, do not cut corners whatsoever with work. They do show a lot of you are between 2 different things here, 2 different places in the workplace. Maybe it's 2 different jobs, maybe it's 2 different opportunities. Should I stay at this job? Should I go to this other workplace, or should I apply for this other job? Something like that. So a lot of you are in kind of a fork in the road situation here between 2 different places, and that's okay. They are basically saying it's okay that you don't have to choose right now. In fact, it feels like you're in kind of a pleasant spot. So even though you're not really sure of which way certain things should go at this time, I'm going to go back to the very first card. All you have to be is authoritative. You don't have to necessarily make all these decisions right here in February. Maybe March is a better time to do that. But what they want to cut out is whatever's toxic. So if for some of you who this situation is not good for, of course we have a mixed bag of Saggies here, then you got to get rid of the toxicity. If you know that, this job is terrible, these coworkers of mine are terrible, they bring me down, they make me feel bad, well, you got to get rid of that. That goes back to the toxic card that we just talked about. So lots of different examples there for different Saggies, hopefully giving you some clues there. Let's get into, let's do the love now. I'm going to do love and then I'm going to come down to health. So the love corner, like I told you, was completely blocked. So we need to tread a little bit lightly on it, or it could just be a little bit delayed, the messaging here. The first thing we have is new money coming in on a block. So there is some, it's new coinage is what it means. It can also be health for some people, but usually this is money. And it coming in the love corner, aka the family corner, here they're talking usually about finances at home. Finances with the family, or what you guys are doing together with your money, your goals, your savings, that kind of stuff. It is on a block, so it's coming later. This is not the time to be, buying really big things with the family. Now, we did talk about money being moved with the family, but now since we're getting this messaging, it makes me feel like this is more necessity, like more your needs than your wants. If it falls under needs, then yes, absolutely do what you got to do. If it's like a want, like, hey, I want to get a new minivan for the family, probably not February. Okay, so just understanding the difference. We have a message coming in for work coming up in the love corner on a it's a weird kind of thing to pop up in the love corner, but it's on a delay. It's actually saying late February. So there's something that has to do with the family. That is a work type of deal, work messaging, work correspondence that comes in. So it's like, if you were to get a phone call late in February, like a job offer, or somebody calling you back being like, hey, you want this part-time job. Hey, do you want this, do you want to apply for this promotion? Something like that would be like a work correspondence. And of course, a bunch of other things too. And the reason it's coming up in your family corner is because this is money that can be used toward your family. This is not just only about you. This is a much bigger bubble. The last thing we have here is that actually this comes down with the family to one opportunity. It's all about one right here. It's not about playing the field in the love corner. So this is, let's say for my singles, let me give it to you this way. There is really just either one good person out there for you right now, or there's none. Okay, it's not like there's like 7, 8, 9, 10 really great people and I want to get to know all of them. They're saying no here. This is all about kind of the one path road for love. Let's say you're in a relationship or you're married. That is the path, more than likely, unless you're on the outs. And then that is the path. That becomes the path where this is the only way. Okay, so you understand kind of the different versions of how this can be. So they're saying there's just one here in the month of February. Okay, that can change. Let's say you don't have anything going on in the love corner right now for February. It's probably because, maybe March is when this breaks, when this changes, when we have different messaging going on. Now, before I get into the health corner, which is another large corner of your month, I want to tell you guys about the moon cycles. It's going to directly affect what we're doing here because we have my magician card coming up, and that is my manifestor. So that falls under new moon. So let's talk about those right now. Okay guys, cutting in, here we go with some moon cycle forecast time. We have a huge lunar event going on in February. This is the third, the trifecta. It started in December, January, and now here we are in February. We get the third huge super new moon, but let's talk about that full moon first because that comes in first. It is a micro full moon, which means it's very small in the sky, but you can still use this energy to get anything out of your life that you don't want there anymore, whether it's a person, whether it's something to do with work or a project you just got to wrap up and get out, anything you need to sell or repurpose or even donate, all that stuff much better placed early in February under that full moon. Adversely, we have that huge new super new moon, that brand new new moon coming in on February the 20th, and this is the greatest opportunity for a while, guys, until August, to bring in new things into your life. And it doesn't matter what you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to attract. The universe does not care. This could be new love you're trying to bring in. You're trying to do something brand new with health. Let's say you're trying to do something new with work, get a new job, get a new promotion, or anything in between. Like I said, the universe does not care. Using that manifestation power, though, it's going to be very, very strong. Middle of the month, moving toward late into February. February 20 is the key date there, but any time really bracketing around that is key for that. It's any kind of manifestation stuff, guys. You can really attract powerfully right now, and it's the best time to do it because, like I said, we don't get any big lunar activity until August, so this is kind of the last chance for the last dance. Here we go. So moon cycles are a big deal, and if any of this has confused you, or maybe you prefer just a little graphic aid, a little illustration, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet, and it is always on my website, and it is always free. I have moved what page it's on, though. I'm now doing a page about stuff that I'm talking about page. So things that we're talking about, that's where you can find it, parked at the very top. That is your moon cycle forecast cheat sheet. Got to tell you about new things coming into the shop too. Make sure you're signed up for the newsletter because my newsletter people get a couple free things every single year just by being signed up for it. I do giveaways on Facebook, and we want to follow both of those for sure. But let's talk about that new product in the shop. Every month I unveil a brand new product into the Scott Sagent shop on the website, and this is the month that we are doing another gemstone, and it's going to be tree agate. And this is a wonderful gemstone for February because it brings and attracts love into all of the chakras. It's not just one or two of them. It can bring it into all of them at the same time. Very calm stone too. It works very slowly, but its lasting effects are long. It's basically doing the turtle energy. Slow and steady wins the race, and therefore it is not a strong vibration stone. It is very easy to work with, very calm, very mellow. Even if you've never had a gemstone before or don't work with gemstones, tree agate is a wonderful one for you, and I just love the green and the white. To the fact where I'm showing you pictures here on the screen, I really am giving you two different lighting options here just so you can see it under different lighting because it is very beautiful. I love how the green and the white swirls together. It reminds me when I'm in an airplane looking down on Mother Earth, the green and the trees, fade into just colors eventually, and the green and the white together. Actually, the more green the gemstone is, the more strong it is, and the more white the tree agate is, kind of the more mellow energy it is. So those are both available on the website. Well, I say both because it's available in small and in large. So we got two different sizes of tree agates available now. We got giveaways going on at the same time. We're still giving away the Charm gemstone, and that is a random one, but that I'm flashing a picture of that on the screen too. That comes with every purchase of tree agate or even the tiger's eye from last month. Any gemstone purchase comes with that, and also a little nylon case. You get to choose the color of that. So great stuff on the website. Every single month, new things, guys. So let's get back to your reading right now. Okay, Sagittarius, it is health corner time. They start by talking about something that has been a little neglected here, a little bit on an island, abandoned out by itself, falling into your health corner. What is it? Going to be different for each and every one of you, but this is something that needs the energy right now. You don't want to let this go too far. Maybe it's just, you know what, I just got to get in better shape. Maybe I just got to eat a little better. I got to tune up my diet a little bit, just get moving a little bit. It may be a small version of that. It may be a huge deal. Maybe you got to do a lifestyle change where you give up something, give up sugar, give up tobacco, give up alcohol, whatever this is. So this is, from small all the way to big, depending on where you're at. But they're showing, this needs the attention. And what better time to address it than, well, we just talked about that super new moon. And this is my magician card, my manifestor of the universe. So this is Spirit telling you, hey, you know what, Sagittarius? You can make this anything you want right now. And this is the big focus on bringing things in. If you are trying to get things out, like let's go back to the cutting out sugar example, you can still do that. That's full moon energy. This is the focus really though on bringing new things in. So this is starting something that you haven't done before. The newness to your health, maybe a new exercise program, a new diet. This is not one you've done before. This is something brand new. And it's also the ability to attract such things and to get it to stick. The energy to do such is so strong that I'd really hate to see you guys let it go to waste. That's really what it's about here. We also end with the Justice card. It can be a card about legal things, but legal things coming up under health is just kind of usually not it. It's weird, it's bizarre. So I have to fall to the secondary definition of my Justice card, which is karmic. And that this is all about your karma. And what you do right now is going to boomerang back to you. You're going to get those physical, even though, karma is more of like, we look at it like an etherical thing, like it's in the air. You don't actually see karma, but this coming in for health is kind of like it's the boomerang with health, where you do see the results of when this comes back. So the good karma is the putting in the good work now, the good effort, the good energy, and getting those returns later at a later date. Of course, we don't know when that date is. Hopefully it's sooner than later, because it always is better. You get better momentum, you get more inspired when you see quick results, but of course sometimes life doesn't work that way. Sometimes we gotta wait a little bit for the good things, so keep doing the work, guys. You guys are getting there. Now let's get into your runestone. It's been a short and sweet reading for Saggies. Lots of good information as well. These are already mixed up. I'm giving them one quick swirl, and we're ready to go. Runestone Sagittarius, February. Gonna be this one right here, and I'd show it to you, except there's not a whole lot there. It's blank. This means unknowable. This is the runestone of unknowable. So they're basically saying, you're good. Everything is here. There's nothing else we need to add, with the exception of the animal totems to go between the two. And they're also letting us know that there's a lot of Sagittarius doing different things. Not all these corners are going to resonate fully with you. We have a lot of bubble energy tuning in if you're looking for messages that are personal, private, specific only to you. I do offer a wide variety of services on my website, scottsagent.com. And also with unknowable, it's basically saying that there are things that you don't understand right now. That'll make more sense to you later, and that's okay. Like we go back to the work thing. You don't have to make these decisions right away. Okay, so let's get into that animal totem, guys, which will conclude what has been a very interesting reading for my Saggies. That's a major, that's a major, that is not. Okay, can't do majors for animals. That's why I have to keep going until I get a pip. We got our 2 pips. Now let's translate what they are, because my animal totem list is lengthy, very extensive, so many animals, but that's what makes it fun. All right, so my Ace of Swords on an invert is going to be the animal that we're moving out of, and this is the animal of tortoise. I do have one for turtle. They did not give you that. They gave you tortoise. So this is the slow energy of the land version, and we're moving out of that energy, and we are moving into a crab. All right. So tortoise into crab. The first thing that comes to mind is that the tortoise walks around with his house, his protection, his home. And so does the crab with his exoskeleton. A little different, less protected as the tortoise is. Tortoise, much harder shell. So this can be about getting out of the home a little bit. You don't have to be stuck there all the time. You can open the doors a little bit, open the windows, get some fresh air, get out and do some things, okay? The other thing that we're moving from is dry land into a water environment with the crab. And the crab is, anytime we have water, whether it's spirituality, tarot, they're referring to emotions here. So it's actually a time to kind of open up the heart chakra. It's a perfect time for me to talk about that tree agate that we just unveiled here, because that brings love to all the chakras. And here, what they're saying here is to, open up the emotions a little bit. So it's a good time for Saggies to feel very deeply, actually move away from the logical. Move away from the things that make sense. It seems like adverse thinking, but that's what Spirit's going with here. They're saying actually follow your heart now. This is not the time to follow your brain. Right now, it's about your heart. So follow the heart. I'm trying to think what else between the two animals, from tortoise into crab. Crabs with the pinchers, the claws, the bottom feeder. The tortoise, not too opposite. I'm going to give this a little bit more thought, because usually things occur to me later, and being put on the spot, I come up with some good things, but there's always something I miss. So I'm going to put that in the overhead here, the text above my head, for anything that occurs to me later. But overall, moving into that crab energy, the crab is also not, at the highest part of the totem pole either, the animal food chain. So he needs to be a little bit cautious. He needs to have his eyes open for predators and stuff like that. And in that same way, they want you to keep that kind of wider view too, that zoomed out approach. See the whole thing. You don't have to decide right away, like we talked about in that work corner, but at least see everything that is going on. So that is going to wrap us up here, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future readings. That is it for me. Have a great February.